Hello, Francesco. This is Dimitris calling from Chicago and Metalkaoz. How are you?
Ciao, Dimitri. Thank you for inviting me. I'm feeling very good. And what about you? All good?
Yes, yes. We will be talking about Transformers or music. Maybe both. No, both.
Let's see.
so,
Tell me what you need to know and I will answer.
the internet is telling me that you were born right after the movie has been released, right?
Yeah, I was born in 89.
So, when or did you became a Transformers fan? What's the deal here?
I think that I never became a Transformer fan.
Okay.
No, I mean, okay, I'm Italian, and in Italy in the 90s, Transformers was a very big thing,
Mhm.
but not big like other things. For kids, for example, when I grew up, at least in the 90s, there was more Ninja Turtles, there was more, even for example, G.I. Joe. We didn't have G.I. Joe, we had Action Man in the 90s,
Right.
which is similar to G.I. Joe, but is the English version, if I'm not wrong. So for us, let's say Power Ranger or Ninja Turtles or Action Man was more a big thing in the 90s. Transformers were something more related to the 80s, so
Mhm.
probably I was born too late for it. Um, but it's not a big thing like in the US. In the US, they have their whole cult for it. They have, they are
Yes.
crazy for Transformers. So
This is
it's good.
something really important to say because we were both on the other side of the Atlantic when all this happened, and we came very late to the game, let's say.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
nobody told you when they invited you for this project. Said nobody asked you. Oh, hold on. Are you a Transformers fan? You have to be in order to be in this project, right?
No, no, no.
Okay, good.
You just need. They just needed good singers, and so I was more surprised. No, because why they called me if they need the good singers? I mean, I was
Ah, come on, man.
like, no, I'm joking. I was very honored when they told me, you know what, we want you on the new one for the 40th anniversary of the Transformers. We are going to record the whole soundtracks of
Mhm.
the original cartoon. So would you like to take part of it? And I was like, yeah, I mean, let's do it. Which is the song? And I was hoping to sing the song that they gave me because Instruments of Destruction is actually uh, the song that I like more. One of the songs that I like more.
So I had to do my research on that, right? So this song is when the Decepticons attack the Autobots. So
Yes,
does that make you on the evil side of
sure.
Transformers?
That's why I like it.
Perfect, perfect.
I
And
like it because I prefer to play with the bad guys. You know, I prefer to be in the bad guys. I don't know. The good guys are mainstream.
well, the good guys are not doing vice business, right?
Exactly, vice business only. So yeah, I mean,
There you go. And it's interesting because this is a heavy metal song, at least close to headbanging heavy metal. So it's interesting to uh, needing to headbang while the Autobots are being destroyed, right?
well, uh, in my opinion, the song it's a metal song, but the whole songs are rock and metal
Hmm.
because in the 80s there was more culture, especially in the US, for this kind of music.
Hmm.
Probably there was still some bad ideas, like, the more metal songs are the ones that you can give to the. I mean, when there are the bad guys, there is the more metal music, no?
Right,
So
right.
probably for the 80s people to give the vision of someone bad, you were giving him a more metal soundtrack. You
Right.
know, I mean,
Yes.
it was like this also in Italy. It was like this because it was not seen good if you were a metalhead or if you were a rock artist. You
Mhm.
were like drug addicted or you were related to this kind of things. So to the vice, to the exaggerating in in drugs and in alcohol and in this kind of stuff that was obviously is related to a bad
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
vision of from the normal people. But in my opinion, in the years it changed,
Mhm.
and the let's say that the metal music lost the stigma, the bad stigma that it had in the 80s. So now is just the feeling that I had is okay. There is some combat scenes.
Mhm.
There is bad guys involved, so we need some heavier music, to support this.
Yeah.
And then when, for example, the other songs like "The Touch,"
Mhm.
that I love it, Stan Bush, that I had the pleasure to meet during the night and also the day before, very great person. Vince DiCola, very great person also. For them, there is more, let's say, also the touch. I mean, let me the word game. There was more a touch of sensibility,
Mhm.
of emotion. It's something more related to this kind of feelings.
Yeah.
For the bad guys, you want, the rough power, the violence. So you need more metal stuff. I
Yeah.
liked
And
it.
back then, I'm not going to the extremes of being a bad boy. Some of us, we used metal, to show that we were better than we looked, even though we weren't.
Better like okay,
Tough guys, and we would like to pretend to be, but
the
well,
tough boys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But it makes sense at the end if you know when you are in the metal community.
mhm.
I never saw anyone. I never met anyone that was a real bad guy. I mean, piercings everywhere, tattoos, even me. I mean, I am full of tattoos, stuff like this. But then we are good guys. We want to meet with the other guys in the music industry and also who is just a listener, that attending the shows. And we are the coolest, in my opinion. I saw many, many stars in other, let's say, worlds like cinema or sport, that they act very, very bad with the fans, for example.
Mm, yeah.
But as a metalhead, I can tell you that in 37 years and 21 into metal music, I never saw anyone of the big, big stars acting weird with the
Yeah.
fans. I mean, sometimes, there are 3,000 people, you have no time to make a photo with everyone,
Sure,
okay?
sure.
This is normal, even for me, in my little. World of dwarf king with windrows. I cannot take a photo with anyone because
With everyone, you mean? Yeah.
it will require hours.
Yes. Yes.
So it's not possible. But whenever I had the chance to meet them and to talk with them even longer, I I love to do that. So
Yeah. So it's let's say for metalheads, our style, our how we look has nothing to do with the inside. We are still very sensitive people. So please,
It's true. It's
that's what
true.
we are saying here. By the way, how was the San Diego event?
San Diego was fantastic. The convention was very, very well organized, and the people there were crazy. You know, there were thousand and thousand of people, but everything was very organized. Everything was very secure.
Mhm.
A lot of checkpoints to pass with a lot of documents to show. So I liked it a lot. I mean, it requires a lot of organization
Of course.
to do this. So I really loved it. It was a
And
good experience.
you did a DJ set, correct?
We did a DJ set, yes, with the VBO.
So
Sorry.
we have the universe of Vice Business Only. We have fighting trolls and dwarves from Windrose, and now we have Transformers. What's going on with you, man?
Well, Transformers is more, even VBO is more something that I liked,
Hmm.
especially for VBO, is something I grew up with his music. And my first band was also 80s cover band.
Hmm.
So I always liked 80s music, but I didn't have the chance to transform it in my full-time job because there was no market for this
Oh
kind
yeah.
of music. Now with the synth wave that is more in trend, especially on the social medias, I think that there is more market for this music and also international artists. For example, The Weeknd, you know, artists like this that they are the most listened artists in the world right now. They are making at the end not very far kind of music from VBO. VBO, it has some metal and rock elements inside, but is mostly synth uh, and a lot of also pop. Let's say
Yeah, yeah.
maybe not in the vocals, but in the music choice and how and the composition, let's say, of the song itself. When we were composing, it was created with this kind of attitude, with this kind of mentality.
Yeah.
It's something that can fit in the radios, but can fit also in the cinema or like in a film or in a metal show.
Hmm. And
And now also in the DJ set because we is the second one that we're doing and people love it. So
so there is a connection artistically, even the aesthetics between VBO and Transformers, very closer rather than with Windrose.
well,
It fits better, let's
Transformers
say.
at the end is something retro, is something vintage, and VBO, even if it's made with a modern sound and technology, let's say that it's a remake, more original, but a remake of what was the 80s music. So at the end, yes, Transformers totally fit in our project, and
Mhm.
why not? Maybe in the future, if there will be some chances, we will have more chances to work again with Hasbro on new projects. Why
So,
not? It's a cool idea.
of course. So, what's your opinion? Why do you think there is people like the 80s? What is the appeal there? What do they like from even, as we said, some so like Transformers or the style that VBO is having? What people like from that period?
Okay, so the 80s, they were, in my opinion, but this is just my opinion,
Of
is
course.
the best decade for the music.
Hmm.
Why? Because the production was improved 1000% compared to the 70s. So
Okay.
the music production, the technical aspect of recording, of being in a studio was improved by, uh, you know, light years, compared to what was before. And also we experienced and we invented as human being uh, a kind of music that in every context you put it,
It fits.
it fits. And also it has a specific sound that you can recognize. Okay, this is like 80s music, you know. This is like 70s music.
Hmm.
This is like 50s music. But nowadays, the more and more that we go, forward, we go further with the music industry, and it's less and less recognizable.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we see a band that is like, this is like, crossover from the 2000, like Korn or Linkin Park or stuff like this. This band, no, this band is like the 90s power metal. This band is like 80s hard rock band, glam. But we never say this band is from the
The 20s.
2010 blah blah blah, because in 2010 it was not invented, or at least for now is not recognized, any kind of specific key that will make me recognize that kind of music specifically, like in the 80s. In the 80s, the big reverb, the
The better.
snare of the drums. I mean, this is 80s. It's 100% 80s. And even if you listen to it in 100 years, you will say, this is 80s music. So these are iconic elements that we were not able to find when we started to do other music, let's say from the 2000 to now. Uh, so in the 2000 there were other kind of music that are very recognizable. For example, to me, the one that influenced me more with Windrose was, for example, Viking metal.
Okay.
Viking metal. So from 2000, from let's say the latest 90s to 2005, 7, 10. This is the Viking metal that I'm talking about, and for sure influenced Windrose, in the songwriting. Uh, but after that, I always heard about music from the past,
Mm.
or references from the past. And also, if you watch, for example, talking about this, you watch headliners. Now the people is struggling finding headliners, and
Right.
that's why Windrose is headlining a lot of festivals. I mean, not that I'm not worthy or stuff like this. Windrose is a, let's say, it's quite big reality. Okay, we have a lot of fans all around the world, and we are happy about it. But why there is no why there is no competitors? I mean, not many competitors, because there were no bands
Hmm.
like the old ones. So until 2010, like this, 2015, we were still listening and making the headliners, the bands from the 80s and 90s. And now these bands, I mean, some people are 70 years old, even more. So they stop, someone pass away, unfortunately, someone is stopping to touring a lot, etc. So we didn't have a change of generation for the
Mm.
headliners, and so that's why also we didn't create new waves of music, in my opinion. Obviously, this is my opinion. I'm not a sociologist or stuff
No,
like
no,
this.
no,
I
no. But
this
you raise a good point. However, I think that the fans also have some responsibility on that, because there is good music. There are new bands that write, that have good ideas, new ideas. But if we, the fans, only buy records from bands that sound like the 80s, of course there will be only those bands. So,
Well, at the end, it's true, but it's also what you're gonna do about it. I mean, the people listen and like what they like.
whatever they like, of course, of
We
course.
cannot force them with new stuff. There is someone that I know that they only listen 80s bands. If it's from the 90s, no, it's
No,
shit. But there are many bands in the 90s that they were really great. I
I
mean,
agree.
and
I
they,
agree.
and no, but this band, but after this album, I don't listen anymore. Why? Because this band, at some point, like everyone, you are 20 years old, you do one album. You are 22, you do another album. Then when you are 30, you are a different person from when you were
Of
20.
course.
So you want to put something else in the music because you are an artist. You are not doing, like you are not creating an object. Okay, this is a, I don't know, a mug or a cup or a cap or whatever, or a jacket. This is the jacket and we always be like this. No, it's not true. We are creating something that basically is what we have inside. And if the stuff inside you and around you and also
Changes?
your life and the elements around you change, also your music is
Will change, yeah.
it's impossible that it's the same since when, I mean, like when you were 20. You are a different person, you are an adult, you think different, you like different kind of music, so you put more elements. And sometimes this is a bad point for a band because they were like, but from that album to now they didn't make a good music. No, it's not true. They made different music,
I agree.
but you know,
But
if
the
you,
listeners will stick to that, and then will
yeah,
say, I cannot listen to you anymore.
it's
Um,
like, for example, I want to make an example like Iron Maiden, no?
mhm.
Iron Maiden, there is a lot of people that is like, but with Paul Diano, they were Paul Diano, very, very, very good singer. He made his history with Iron Maiden, for example, but the real history of Iron Maiden to me was made with Bruce Dickinson. But because
So,
I am of the next generation, let's say,
right,
no?
right. Because,
So, it's normal. So for me, it's Bruce Dickinson, the singer of Iron Maiden. And Paul Diano, they were good, but they were different. They were not Iron Maiden, in my opinion. They were
ooh.
like another band.
So back then, when there was the switch from Paul Diano to Bruce Dickinson, that there were people that said, no, with Bruce Dickinson, this is not Iron Maiden anymore.
Yeah, I know, but
Right?
I mean,
So,
if you listen to all the songs that they made with Bruce Dickinson, you remember them. No, I mean, not. I don't want to remove any, let's say, any honor to Paul Diano, but Bruce Dickinson made the history, in my opinion, of Iron Maiden. They became
you
very,
are
very.
basically capturing how a metalhead thinks based on what era they were born and what music they were exposed to, right? If I start listening to Maiden with Paul Diano, then that's Iron Maiden for me. If I started with Bruce Dickinson, that's Iron Maiden to me. So no one is saying anything about who honored and who didn't. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I hope everybody gets that. So what did you do for the specific song that you sang for? What changes you are allowed to make for instruments of destruction?
To be honest, they didn't give me any hint about this. They didn't give me any instruction.
Nothing. That's cool.
So no, they told me this is the song, and I
Sing.
went to listen the original song on Spotify and and YouTube, and I was like, okay, this is the song, but it sounds a little bit weak in this part. It missing this part, blah blah blah, and I add the elements and what I thought it was needed to
Mm-hmm.
make it Francesco's way, let's say. So I had the choirs. Um, I had a shout, distraction, da 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 da, because there was no parts that you sing along with the people. There were no parts that you make the people shout, with the band that is playing. And this is basically what I do with Windrose and what
Mm.
I did my whole career. So I had the elements that I knew they were working. Uh, and then I was singing the song the way I always sing, except the high notes that I never do because to me, I don't know, I don't feel that they are needed. But in this case, to give honor to the original ones, I made also the high notes, and it's something new, not for a Windrose or VBO listener, because I don't used to do any high notes. I mean, they are old fashioned, no, in my opinion. They are cool, but very old fashioned. I don't think that they are needed anymore
Well,
in
depends on the
power
music,
metal.
right? Yeah, depends on the music. So
Yeah, depends on the music, but yeah.
since you mentioned Windrose, what are the plans right now?
The plans for Windrose, we are working on new music,
Mm-hmm.
and probably we will start to record also new music soon. But for the moment, there is nothing that I can talk. So if you want, you have to make another interview for Windrose.
You have to make another appointment. And
Yeah.
what about VBO? Are there
For
plans?
VBO, we released the album Vice Business Only,
Yep.
self-titled album. We released it on 24th of July, and it's a very good, in my opinion, album that we worked 3 years on it. Every song, there's no filler. We made one album with all bangers, in our opinion and in our vision of what was the idea of giving for the first album. And to be honest, I couldn't be happier than this, because to release an album with a great label like Raining Phoenix, first album, and then present the album at the Comic Con of
Yeah.
San Diego, I mean, it's crazy. It's a big exposure for a new project. So I believe that this will bring us some results, and we will also do some live concerts or tours even with the VBO. So why not?
Although it's different, it's difficult now to see your VBO, let's say, character into Transformers. Although Decepticons are closer to VBO, maybe, right?
Yeah, they are closer, and to be honest, I think that the retro, uh, the retro style,
Mm-hmm.
and also the vibes that we give, they are fitting. So I will not be surprised if they come and they tell me, you know what, we're going to have um, some new projects for you, and
Yep.
we want also VBO more involved in this. Why not?
Although I was trying to put you on the Decepticons, the bad side. This is what I was trying to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why not? I mean,
uh,
it's okay. At the end, the bad guys are bad, but at the end, I believe that even in the bad guys, there is something good. No, so
Excellent. Francesco, thank you very much for your time, man. Appreciate it. Have safe travels. And I don't know, maybe we'll see VBO, Windrose, or both in Chicago.
why not? See you in Chicago the next time.
Absolutely, man. Have a
Ciao.
great rest of your day. Bye bye. Ciao.
Bye bye.